Psalm 137. It's a psalm of bitter memories. Man, just remember when things weren't so good, or maybe you're right in the middle of it right now, and you could conjure up some pretty hurtful thoughts. You remember the worst of things. You want to commit yourself to something, and you would really like retribution. You would love for payback. That's kind of what this psalm does. It's not a happy psalm in really any way. Um, it's a psalm of sorrows and retribution, a precatory psalm, some may call it. Here we go. The first three verses. It's a stanza, the stanzas of remembering the sorrows. By the river of Babylon we sat and wept when we remembered Zion. There on the poplars we hung our harps, for our captors asked us for songs. Our tormentors demanded songs of joy. They said, "Sing us one of those songs of Zion." Really? You're in prison, basically. And now they're asking you to sing me a happy song. One of those songs you guys have really cool songs. I want to hear a good song. I want to hear one of those songs of your home place, Zion, Jerusalem. And they're just not feeling it. They're captors. They're in a foreign land, and they're oppressed in a big, big, hard way. And now the next section of this psalm is that we are committing ourselves to remembering Jerusalem. How can we sing the songs of the Lord while in a foreign land? I forget you. If I forget you, O Jerusalem, may my right hand forget its skill. May my tongue cling to the roof of my mouth. If I do not remember you, Jerusalem, or Zion, if I don't consider Jerusalem my highest joy, may these things happen to me. The people are just really wanting to get back to Jerusalem, and it's a sad time. A commitment to their hometown, a commitment to the city where God dwells. A commitment, really, in a way, to God. They're sad. They're taken captive. They're probably beaten. They're dragged off. Things are taken away from them. The Jews have had a hard plight, and this is some 500 years, 600 years before Christ. So the last 2,600 years, the Jews have had a really hard, difficult time, because we know throughout history, modern history, since Christ even, and during Christ, the Jews have been put down and scattered, and people just wanted to destroy them, but they've kept their identity. Heard one person comment, one of the best the best evidence for the Bible being true is the Jewish nation. They have been dragged and they've kept their identity throughout all of these years and throughout all these tribulations. And then the last part of this psalm, the psalmist is saying, you know what, just get back at these people. I want payback. Remember, O Lord, what the Edomites did when Jerusalem fell. Tear it down, they cried. Tear it down to its foundation. And O daughter of Babylon, doomed to destruction. Happy is he who repays you for what you have done to us. Probably the worst verse is coming right up in all the Psalms. It's the most hard to swallow and a little bit difficult to understand, but as a human and as a person who gets bitter toward others who hurt their family or hurt the church or are just unkind, I can kind of identify with this verse. He is saying for those people who have taken him captive and to those people in Babylon, he who seizes your infants and dashes them against the rocks. Yeah. Happy is he who repays you, who seizes your infants and dashes them against the rocks. Oh my. This is pretty cruel. This is pretty heavy payback. But that's probably some things that they've been seeing that people have been doing to them. And I just want to remind you of this one thing. This has all happened to the people of Jerusalem, the people of Judah, the people of Israel as a whole, as a nation, because they forsook the Lord. This was a punishment for them. And there were a few righteous people in the midst of all that. They were punished as well as the evil. But some of the righteous were looking to God for strength, for hope, for just a sense of some sort of kindness and relief. And some, maybe this guy was part of it, but happy is he who repays you for what they've done. Happy is him who, seizes your infants and dashes them against the rocks. And, you're asking me to sing songs of joy when my heart's not feeling it. It's a really tough psalm of sorrow. The hope, though, is in the God of Jerusalem, who gives us his Son to take the punishment for our sin. We may be punished for sin, but Jesus, so that we might grow and know better. But Jesus took all of our punishment so that we might be with God. Have a great day, and we'll see you in the next psalm a little bit more uplifting.